Oh, good morning and welcome to OB Acres. Um, Doing a video here. My best videos are mechanic repair videos or how-to videos. Anybody who watches my channel a lot knows I've worked on this. This is a Massey 1135 air conditioner, and this is I've had trouble with the air conditioner. It used to always work good, and I replaced the compressor a couple times. This time, I put a the new style. I don't remember if it's a sand in but it's a whole kit you get. You get the compressor, the brackets, and it never had low and high pressure switches. Now it does. It works kind of, but I'll show you what it's doing. This is to help anybody with not just tractor air conditioning, anything automotive. It would be similar. Now, there's different types of systems. Expansion valves actually there's some differences. But this type, just to show you before I start demonstrating, this is the expansion valve in this. It's just got a one bulb, and you're supposed to clamp it to the outgoing and insulate it real good. And I did. I had it on there, insulated. I had it right. I was double checking that the other day, and I have it installed correctly. I have it charged to the correct amount of refrigerant, and I'll show you what's going on with the gauges. So how I determined what is wrong, and I'll just tell you what's wrong is I'm 99% sure the expansion valve is stuck closed is the problem. And I read up on it. And one of my best friends he does commercial and residential air conditioning for houses and whatever. He's an air conditioning specialist, so I asked him, and he originally said, "Well, you got moisture in your system." Well, that could be, but I don't think, because I evacuated it and everything. But after I did more research, I found out that I think it's stuck closed, and I'll show you why here. Hold on, let me start it up. Okay, so I started the tractor. Now the air conditioner's not on right this minute, I guess. Yeah, I'll turn on to watch the low pressure. It'll go down. So, going down. It should stop right there. And your high pressure should go up. It's cool in the shop, but that's really not the issue. Continue to go down, and that's an indication that you have a clogged expansion valve, clogged or stuck closed. It should open up. So when you go up here, after a while, this is going to get really cold, the expansion valve, but the evaporator does not. The evaporator will get cold for a while. I don't have the lid on it right now. It's getting really cold. It'll get cold at first, but then it like closes off. It's working really good right now. But as you go, this will freeze up, and this won't be as cold anymore. So that's why I think it's the expansion valve stuff. You'll see it down at 10. It shouldn't go that low. It's freezing up. It might be stuck open now. Going down to 0. It should not go down to 0. Yeah, it's freezing up right there. The whole thing's freezing up. That's telling me that it's starving for refrigerant. Because it equalized. After a long time, it'll equalize. And that's the other thing. When you shut it off, it should equalize pretty quickly. I think within like a couple minutes. This one don't. We shut this off, it takes forever to equalize. That tells you that it's open, it's letting some through, but not enough. That's why it'll cool at first, because there's refrigerant in the whole system. But after you're starving one side of the system, after a while, it doesn't work very good. So that's an indication that it's stuck closed. Now, if it was stuck open, I think this would draw down. I don't think the low side would not draw down like that. It would stay more, it would go high and be higher. And your high side would probably go a little bit higher, but it would get cold. It wouldn't get cold like that. So there's an orifice. There's an orifice in there. And see, I'll shut the air conditioner off now. See, it is equalizing. It's probably somewhat open now. But the problem is it won't stay open. It'll close off and then it'll quit working. And sometimes it starts working and it'll open like it's sticky. Sometimes it'll start working and open up and it'll be colder now. Right now I don't have a thing on there. But I ordered a new expansion valve. I should have it another day or today or maybe, and I'll replace it. Hopefully that fixes the problem. But I'll show it when I get that and show the difference. But I know it should go to 0. That's all I know. It should not go down like that. It should go to like 30. It should be 30. Then that's the other thing. The high side never gets high. The high side should be getting a lot higher than that. The high side should be around 2, depending on what the temperature is. There's charts. The charts are easy to find. It's hard to find troubleshooting methods for the stuck expansion valve. I'll show you when I get the part and I'll add it to this video. Thanks. So this was a really good indicator here. It was working really good because the low side wasn't going like below 15 psi. It was cooling really good. So I said, what the heck, this thing? So I turned my control down so the compressor kicked off, picked it back on, and went, and lo and behold, it goes all, it sucks it all the way down below, going all the way to 0 almost, and then it won't cool. It puts cooling then. I mean, it doesn't quit cooling, but it don't cool very good. But right now it is cooling. It isn't going over there, so I left it off for a little bit. That's what this thing does, really consistent. When it isn't cooling and it freezes up there, this gets down to 0. Right now it's doing pretty good, but it's going, that's too low. It'll work for a while, and it gets down, it's going, keeps going lower. So I just wanted to show that. It's cooling really good right now. It won't for long. It'll drop down to 0. Then, like I turn it off right now. Put it back on. See, it goes down. It goes down lower. It's just not. It'll open up, then it'll wide open, it'll cool, then it'll close off. And see how it's going down. It'll cool, but it's not letting enough refrigerant through. So that's an indication that your expansion valve is not working properly. Well, before I started, I'll show you. As you can see, my pressures are equalized. They're 75 psi or pounds. So that's the correct amount of charge for the temperature it is today. There's a chart that displays that information. Darn it. I won't be able to see it. Well, I'll be able to see it. Let me start the tractor up. So yesterday, I got my parts for the air conditioner expansion valve. And you know, it might have been kinked a little bit. I don't think it was, but I put my gauges on. I evacuated some of it in the containers. I was able to save quite a bit of it, and then I only had to put like 2 cans in. But I evacuated it down. I replaced the receiver dryer right here, the older, and this had some stuff in it. Maybe the oil, I don't know. But maybe maybe I had too much oil in it. I don't know, I put the recommended amount in it when I did it, so I don't know what to... Anyhow, I replaced the receiver dryer and the expansion valve, insulated it good up in the cab. I should have videoed it. Put my gauges on, and when I turned it on, the low side went down to a little bit below 30, and the high side was going up to close to 200, which is perfectly right. But more importantly, it is cooling like it's never cooled ever before in that tractor, and it's hot. It was hot out yesterday. I went back and mowed a little bit, but that thing is freezing cold now, and it's freezing cold every time you get in. It's consistent. So that was the problem, the expansion valve. And then I charged it with the correct amount of refrigerant, and it works really good. So just anybody that watching this video, that's an indicator. If your load side is sucking way down and your high side is not getting very high, if both high side and low side are low, I mean really low, then that's an indication your expansion valve is stuck. Because this tractor this is a 1974, but it always had, and you know, people say, well, it probably in the best system. This thing will freeze you out right now. If you got everything correct, anybody wants to know anything about these, you just gotta have, and I replaced these parts before, but I've told the parts, some of them are faulty nowadays. But this is the newer style compressor. It works good. I was thinking the condenser was plugged, but it ain't. Neither one's plugged. I checked that out, blew it out, and the hell has got free flow air. But it freezes you out now. You sitting there, you almost gotta wear a sweater when it's 90 out. So just wanted to show you that's the completion of that. Anybody have questions, leave it in the comments, and I can answer them for you. Thank you. Thanks for watching.